This area is called Bukchon, known for its historical looking houses and buildings. I guess it's kind of the historical area, like neighborhood next to the palace, or in between the palaces. So we're gonna take a stroll along here. It's supposed to be nice small streets, good for like urban exploring and seeing some of the beautiful historical family houses here. So some of these houses I think are maybe businesses or offices that people use, but from what I understand there are some people, the families still live here. They just kind of upkeep the buildings. That's all the soul. Soul is only made up of hills. Got some postcards earlier to send back home. And the lady's like, hey, come on in. She has all these nice postcards and wall hangings that were painted by her husband, and showed me a picture of her husband. And I was like, oh, it was very good. And then I was walking around all the other souvenir shops, had them as well. Well, I was looking for the observatory, but this is a pretty good shot of the mountains nearby. Not really sure, remember what the names are. There's number 1, across the way is number 2, and you can see over here on the left, that's one of the main palaces. foot of this mountain. That's the presidential house there. It's not in use at the moment because the president of Korea decided to use their own house, so the public can go in there. I actually have some footage of that that I'll share later. Been kind of taking a break lately because there's some family stuff going on. But I'm feeling a little bit rejuvenated after all that's calmed down a little bit, so you get a good shot here. Some of the rooftops from down below. You can see they're trying to keep with the traditional architecture of the neighborhood. Lots to do here, and you don't necessarily have to spend money to go out, as long as you have like a few bucks for lunch. You can pretty much go anywhere and explore for either free or almost free. Like yesterday I went to the Seoul National Museum of Korea, and just the main hall was free to go into, and there was 3 floors. So it took a good, I was there for a good hour and a half walking through the museum. Today I went to the other palace, which is very near to where I am now. This neighborhood is kind of sandwiched in between the 2 main palaces here. And so I think many people kind of use this as like the bypass. If you want to do a full day, you would go to one palace first, pass through this neighborhood for maybe lunchtime or tea time, and then on to the next palace to end your day. I've been talking with my wife, Joji. I think there's a lot of opportunity here for both of us. More so for me. Jobs in the Philippines for foreigners are just almost non-existent. I'm trying to persuade her into possibly moving here if I can find a decent job. I think that's the first step. If I can find something that will take care of both of us. And my stepdaughter, if she chooses to come with. The tight fit. I don't know if I want to park my $80,000 Mercedes in that area. Wondering what it might be like here in the winter time, because from what I understand, they get a lot of snow sometimes, and since this is like a very hilly city, it would be very difficult for all the scooters. Check out this side street over here. It looks kind of off the beaten path. Most part, this area seems to be kind of the artsy neighborhood, traditional buildings, and of course your jewelry stores, lots and lots of cafes. I would bet money that it's very expensive to own a business here. It's kind of like this in the central of everything. So this is very near to where I was a few weeks ago. This is the palace on the, I guess it would be the western side of this neighborhood. Can't for the life of me remember how to pronounce the name, like Bukchon, maybe? Bukchon? I don't know. As you can see, there's the wall. And I've noticed that both of the palaces, as you go in, there's a general admission fee, which lets you kind of examine the courtyard areas. But if you want to actually go in and see everything else, it's like additional money. I ran into that again today. And maps can be deceiving as well, because I thought it was quite a large area that I was going to walk. And even the time, they said the allotted time for exploring everything was like 70 minutes, but I think I was done within 30. And this is the end of that street we were just on before we went around the side street. But it's a very clean neighborhood, very well kept. Also very expensive. Although if you're lucky, like me today, when I was looking for some lunch, lo and behold, there was a Subway restaurant. So I got to have my turkey sandwich today. Now most of you would think that's pretty weird, because I'm in Korea. There's lots and lots of different foods here. But I should get over the hump and try, but some of those days when I'm in the mood for a little taste of home and Subway. Last week I made the mistake of searching for Taco Bell, and I had found one just down the street from where I live. Taco Bell here is actually more expensive than McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm usually only paying $3 or $4 per meal. Taco Bell was, I think, $5 or $6. $7, depending on what you order. And the beef tacos are even more expensive than chicken or steak, which is bizarre. Anywhere I've ever been, steak is always the most higher priced on the menu. But there's a museum here, from what I understand. I think I'm gonna not visit that today. I'm a little tired.
Just want to thank you guys for watching. Do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe, and the bell so you won't miss out on any more mediocre entertainment. Salamat.